All right, guys. Started the video with a little bit of levity, um, but we're gonna get into some more serious stuff here. Make sure you hit the like button as soon as you come in. Make sure you take the $5 challenge during the premiere, either via PayPal, Super Chat, or Cash App. Those really help us keep bringing you the news every night. I think we're consistent. I think we do it every night. I think no other channel is like this channel. I think that, even though we're a small group, still make sure you share these videos so that we can become bigger and so we can get the message out here, because what really is going on in Blackistan is just, we got 4 years of people just basically going to ignore it. That's basically what the Democrats have already said: benign neglect. Just listen. Ignore black people. Just listen. So we got to be the ones to keep the drumbeat alive, to keep, making sure these Black Lives Matter. Yeah, it's going to be the coons that make sure the Black Lives Matter. So share these videos, hit the like button when you come in, and take the $5 challenge.
Police now investigating a deadly case of family violence. 2 people were found dead inside a home on the southeast side. This is near the Sam Houston Tollway and Black Hawk Boulevard. That's where we find our David Gonzalez with the very latest for us. David?
Mia, yeah, the shooting took place around 11 o'clock this morning at the home you see behind me here on the corner of Cayman Mist and also Carmelie Streets. And as you can see, there's still a lot of people out here coping and trying to deal with this tragedy. Houston police say that they were called out to an active shooting at this home, and when they got here, they found the bodies of an older woman and a teenage boy inside. A family spokesperson here at the scene has identified the woman as Carmen Hayes.
Now, a lot of you guys who are into, adult movies, there's a famous actress named Carmen Hayes. But seriously, on a serious note, how many black families this year, just this year, not last, just this year, how many stories have I done on black families where someone has killed the entire family? I've done several in St. Louis where the boyfriend killed the mother and all her children. Several. There was one in Muskegee where the brother killed all his brother's children and killed his brother, like 6 kids. There's the one in Indianapolis where the Crip rapper, 17-year-old Crip rapper, dad told him he couldn't leave, couldn't go out at 12 o'clock at night, so he shot his little sister, shot his little brother, his baby mother, then shot his mother and his father, and then shot his other 15-year-old brother, who was lucky to survive. Killed 5 members of his family and tried to kill a 6th. And didn't kill himself. And in none of these stories did the guy kill himself. That's the difference in Blackistan. In white America, guy kills his whole family and kills himself. Brothers be wanting to live. Brothers do this and live. Okay? I want you to understand. Brothers do this and be like surrendering to the police, be getting locked up, be laying down when the police come. Police be like, get on your knees, walk backwards toward me, clasp your hands behind your back of your head and walk backwards towards me. After the brother just killed 6 members of his family. That's the difference between our race. Brothers will do this and live and be like, all right, I gotta keep on moving on.
She was the type of mother, and like, if you needed something, she was there. If you wanted something, she was there. If she had it, she would give it to you.
Police say the suspect is Carmen's grandson and also the other victim, a 16-year-old's older brother. Officials say the suspect ran from the scene, but family tracked him down to an academy parking lot not too far away and confronted him until police arrived. The suspect was arrested and a possible weapon was recovered. Police have yet to release a motive behind the shooting, but they say that they are investigating, and right now we are not releasing the suspect's identity because no one has been charged in this case, but tonight the family is asking for your prayers.
I watched a video of one of those men being punched by the now murder suspect when they were inside of a convenience store. The store is not allowing us to use that video on TV, but in that one punch, that victim was also knocked unconscious.
He knocked me out. So now I have to go see a doctor about my possible concussion.
This man who asked to remain anonymous says he now has blurred vision and headaches. He works at an apartment complex just a few blocks away from downtown and Fremont Street and the store where he was assaulted.
I was in there doing a little shopping, and he happened to see me, and he confronted me about wanting his stuff.
Staff at the apartment complex took this video of Leith in their office.
Being honest with you, I don't even want to create something here because the owners spoke to an international team, people with money that had to do with me.
The office staff had no idea what he was talking about, but say he would continue to break into one of their units, claiming he lived there.
This is every time I've came in contact with Metro about Brendan Leith.
That employee had an entire file on Leith, at least 8 encounters.
Now remember, we live in a racist country where black people, as soon as they come in contact with the law, they get a life sentence and thrown to the bottom underneath the jail. Now we know that that's not real for minors. We know that black minors basically get 1,000 chances. They have to kill 50 people before they get locked up. But this is an adult black man who's just broken into apartments 8 different times, catch and release. And the reason I say this is not because, I want more black men in jail. I want you to stop saying that the justice system is slanted. I've been in the justice system. I grew up in the justice system. I grew up around a bunch of little boys who were in the justice system and a bunch of young men that were in the justice system. The justice system is not racist towards black men. It's actually, we actually have an easier time in the justice system. We get the amount of stuff that's thrown out. You guys don't even notice. Not people beating cases. I'm talking about you go to jail that night, you go see the judge in the morning, and they completely throw the case out, and it's just gone. The amount of times that that's done every day in the courts in democratically run cities is astounding. Okay? They just throw it out. And that's what I think happened with this guy. They just kept throwing his cases out because they have too much crime in these inner cities. In these democratically run cities, there's too much. There's so much going on. Okay? There's so much going on. And there's a concerted effort to not lock up black men. There's all these legislations to we can't arrest our way out of this. So
staff at the apartment complex took this video of Leith in their office.
Being honest with you, I don't even want to create something here because the owners spoke to an international team, people with money that had to do with me.
The office staff had no idea what he was talking about, but say he would continue to break into one of their units, claiming he lived there.
This is every time I've came in contact with Metro about Brendan Leith.
That employee had an entire file on Leith, at least 8 encounters in the last 2 months.
More than that, actually. Sometimes cops didn't come. I waited 6-7 hours sometimes for Metro, and I just ended up leaving.
He says one time he threatened him with a screwdriver.
I walked inside the unit, vacant unit that he was squatting in. He ran down the stairs with the screwdriver in his hand, scaring the daylights out of me. I ran out the unit, calling 911.
That employee told apartment management he'd quit if they didn't add security cameras, and they spent $6,000 doing it. They say it was because Brandon Leith was so dangerous.
I have a tenant actually moving out now because he tried to sexually assault her in a dark parking lot.
Leith told the office employee he was a boxer.
Like, I'm already a star, bro. Like, they follow and stalk these rappers and stuff like that, bro. I'm not a rapper. Yeah, I'm a boxer.
Twice, a single punch knocking out a stranger. His victim who survived says if police had done more, he believes the death of the man from Massachusetts could have been prevented.
Now look what happened. You know, I feel sorry for that family.
And we reached out to Metro about these claims, and we have not yet heard back. I also called the victim's home in Massachusetts tonight, and a woman that I spoke to said that her family is not yet ready to talk about what happened. We'll, of course, continue to follow this and bring you the latest developments. For now, live at the Update Desk, Kim Pass on Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.
Wow. So, this is the guy. He was killed with one punch on the Las Vegas Strip. I mean, this brings a new meaning to what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Like, literally. My man went to Vegas and he stayed in Vegas. And this looked like a tough, square-jawed white boy, man. Brother just... I talked about this the other day, man, in my video about the deadliest Black History Month ever. Why is this not a hate crime? Why is there not as much uproar since we're talking about the Asian people that are robbed just like black people and white people are robbed? Since we're talking about the Asian people that are attacked in the street just like white people and black people and Hispanic people are attacked in the streets? This is something that really, like 90% of the people who this happens to are Caucasian of some religion, whether they be Catholic, Jewish. 90% of these people who this happens to are white. The knockout game. Trust me. I know. Don't ask me how I know. I never did it, but I just been around. Like I told you guys, I lived near Gallaudet University for years. My family's from that area, and I know guys that would sneak up on deaf people and knock them out just to see if they could knock somebody out, because deaf people can't hear you coming. But there's no outrage about this. The only place you'll see this story on YouTube is here. The only place you'll eat, and if you see it somewhere else, you won't see an accurate portrayal of what really is going on. The knockout game. Just walking around, slugging random white people. And you notice they usually only hit them one time? Because it's a game to see if you can knock them out with one punch. You don't see nobody going up, like, throwing combinations. It's a game. Because usually when you usually win. Usually the person, this guy chose alpha male. I don't know how tall this guy is, but this guy, he's a retired cop. He's a state trooper, retired state trooper. I'm sure this guy's an alpha male. But usually they choose women or elderly senior citizens. This nutcase of a brother just, I mean, think about it. I would sue. If I was the family, I would sue. This brother just been wilding. I mean, wilding. Most of us are scared to, like, park in, like, a restricted zone. Like, if it says no parking after 5, most of us don't even park. It could be 4:55 and we won't park there. Because we're scared of, like, literally. Most of us are law-abiding citizens. And this guy, and hundreds and thousands of guys like this across the country, don't care about the law. And all you're going to hear is when this guy gets into it with a cop is how racist the whole country is. We're all racist. And coons, and the system never gave this guy a chance. The system gave this guy 1,000 chances. This guy wasn't like, it ain't like he, of those 8 encounters he had at the apartment building, it's not like he went to jail for 6 months, came out, did it again, went to jail for a year, came out, did it again. And like those 8 encounters with the staff at that apartment building happened over a course of 7 or 8 years. We're talking about over a course of a month. Okay?
There's no sign of violence slowing down in Greensboro. After a record year of 61 homicides in 2020, here's how we started 2021. A man was injured when he was just riding in his car and it was shot multiple times in Greensboro. Then there were 4 shootings within 24 hours. And another time, a 15-year-old football player was killed. This just a sample of some of the pain caused in our community by gun violence. New at 11, WFY News 2's Aichnice McMiller spoke with moms of murder victims who say they're fed up.
Fed up with what happened at the Capitol. I guarantee you, these people are more incensed about what happened January 6th at the Capitol than they are about this. I guarantee you, regardless of what they're saying in here. I live in a city that we just had our deadliest year in 20 years last year. And all these niggas is talking about is what happened at the Capitol on January 6th. So, it's hard to feel sorry for these people.
New at 11, WFY News 2's Aichnice McMiller spoke with moms of murder victims who say they're fed up.
Well, you can see the active scene behind me. Police are investigating yet another shooting here in Greensboro. This one on Hewitt Street and Merritt Drive. Now, police are still working to gather leads on what happened, but mothers in the community say they are fed up.
Murderers! That's what they are. You take somebody's life and you're coward. This is a mother who will never again get to see her son. Y'all, some things can't be replaced.
A message from mothers who are a part of a group no one wants to join.
To try to bring awareness to the gun violence that we're experiencing in our communities, and to try to bring awareness to how important it is for everybody to speak up and not be quiet about what they're seeing.
Mothers of children killed by gun violence rallied together outside Government Plaza in Greensboro.
I lost my son in July to a drive-by shooting. His murder has not been solved.
With support of the police and city leaders. Fathers tired as well.
Our kids didn't deserve this. They were wonderful boys. They wasn't out here gang banging, selling dope. Both of them worked 2 jobs, took care of their families, so it can happen to anyone.
It happened to 61 families in 2020.
The 61 victims from last year, this has been building over a period of time. It didn't just happen. Because as we tell our kids and our young people to put their guns down, we got to give them something to pick up. They've got to have something to look forward to. They got to have jobs and opportunities and education.
And I get what the brother's saying, but unfortunately that's not going to help them. That ain't going to help none. You, all the rec centers in the world, all the midnight basketball, all the funds, all the programs. I live in a city where there's enough programs for each team to have their own program. That's how many programs there are. There's enough programs for each team to literally have their own program. Nothing but programs, nothing but they want to do this stuff. They enjoy doing this stuff. It's part of the culture. It's woven into the culture.
61 victims from last year, this has been building over a period of time. It didn't just happen. Because as we tell our kids and our young people to put their guns down, we got to give them something to pick up. They've got to have something to look forward to. They've got to have jobs and opportunities and educational opportunities. That's going to have to happen.
Greensboro Police Chief Brian James says the community needs to speak out and come together. If not, more names and photos will be added to this memorial of loved ones lost.
I mean, it's nothing that can heal that pain. Nothing. And I just thought about, as I was putting those out, it's like it's 61 of me. It's 61 that I'm representing right now. And there's many more.
In Greensboro, Denise McMiller, WFMY News 2.